What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Better Baseball. As usual, I'm Patrick Hennessy. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope everyone's enjoying their Monday. We're off to a great start because you know why? Team USA's in the final, baby. Let's go. I told you guys on Friday, I was like, yo, next time I see you guys is going to be on Monday. USA will have won their last two games and will have advanced to the final. And look at what happened. They've advanced to the finals. Still don't know who they're playing yet. That's what we're going to talk about because Mexico versus Japan today. That's going to be going down tonight. Then, the winner of that's going to play USA tomorrow night in the finals. And then also we'll kind of wrap things up today by doing our, we'll continue the path we've been on and we'll do the NL East preseason power rankings. That's going to be a good one because, to be honest, I think the NL East is probably the best division in baseball. But we have a lot of stuff to get into before that because you know why? You know why, bro? Team USA has advanced to the finals of the World Baseball Classic. Dude, it's been an absolutely crazy couple days. No better way to spend your weekend than to watch Team USA absolutely dominating their competition. But that's pretty much what happened. I know Saturday night wasn't that much of a domination in terms of Venezuela. But, they still got the job done. Because of the great Trey Turner. Dude, who would have ever thought that Trey Turner would go from number 9 hitter to American hero? I don't think that there's any denying right now that Trey Turner is an American hero. Dude, what has gotten into this man over the past couple days? He obviously had that grand slam on Saturday night. Last night he had 2 home runs, I think, right? Could be wrong. I think he had 2 home runs last night. Yeah, bro, Trey Turner deserves the world. I should actually have my American flag on for the entirety of this segment. Just because, we're gassing up Team USA, bro. I told you guys a long time ago. Team USA was going to go all the way. No rhyme intended there. But they're going to go all the way. Now? Dude, we're at the final game. We're at the final game now, dude. So if you're not riding Team USA at this point, if you weren't riding Team USA 5 games ago, you can't ride them now. It doesn't really work like that. But I guess first off, we'll kind of start off this by just, I don't want to say moment of silence, but just a moment of appreciation for the great Trey Turner, right? We said, obviously, he had that big grand slam on Saturday. I want to say that was one of the most electric home runs I've ever seen in my life. Now, I know, obviously, a lot of people, we had this conversation last time, a lot of people are like, oh, the World Baseball Classic doesn't mean anything, especially compared to regular season and postseason baseball. Trey Turner, a World Series champion, went on the record in an interview after that game and said, you know what, that home run was equal, and this game was equal to any World Series game I've played. It says a lot, bro. The atmosphere has been electric. Everything about this year's World Baseball Classic has been awesome. I know it's breaking viewership records all around the board. And yeah, bro, I think it's absolutely insane when you look at Team USA's lineup that Trey freaking Turner is a 9-hitter. It's insanity, bro. Their lineup is stacked, and you know what? Their pitching has kind of been good enough to keep them going. Adam Wainwright obviously didn't start off the game too hot yesterday, but he got the job done, right? It was bases loaded, no one out, walks in that run, and then it really, bro, he could have opened up the floodgates, and Team USA really could have been in a bad start to start off the game, but he settled down nicely. They got the job done. I think the final score was 13-2 or something. They just absolutely pounded the Cuban pitching, which we know that they were favorites going into it, but, dude, a win's a win. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to say it right here, right now. Trey Turner deserves, a Medal of Honor or something. Because this dude has been single-handedly carrying the Team USA offense throughout the past couple games. He's probably the only reason that they're even playing in the finals. Bro, if Trey Turner doesn't hit that grand slam on Saturday night, we might not even be looking at a demolition of Cuba. They might not have even made it to Cuba. Bro, they were down by 2 in the 8th inning. So if you're not sitting here bowing down to Trey freaking Turner right now, Captain America Trey Turner, savior of the American population Trey Turner, what are you doing? I'm sorry. I'm really happy about Trey. He's Trigger Trey. He's Triumphant Trey. I want to buy a Trey Turner jersey. Bro, if Team USA wins tomorrow, I'm buying a Trey Turner jersey. Because he'll easily win MVP of the whole thing, to be honest with you. But yeah. Tomorrow, we'll break this down a little bit more when we find out who they're playing. But Team USA did announce that they're going to have Merrill Kelly on the mound. We all know Great Merrill Kelly. He's on the Diamondbacks. He had actually a pretty good season last year, and I don't think he pitched too poorly in his WBC debut the other day. So that's good. Yeah, bro, I would say he's probably Team USA's second best starter behind Lance Lynn. So I'm confident in that. We'll break down the Mexico-Japan game in a little bit, but dude, overall, I do want to say going into tomorrow's game, I would like to see Mike Trout step it up a little bit. I could be wrong, but I feel like the last two games, Venezuela and Cuba, Trout has been pretty much non-existent. Does he have a hit in the last two games? I'll pull up the box score here, but I feel like Trout could maybe do some more, considering that he's the face of baseball, the face of the team. He's the captain of the team. So Mike Trout, if you're listening, I would love to see this happen. I would love to see you just step up tomorrow. Go 3 for 3 with 3 bombs and just get it done. Yeah, he had one hit last night. I think he went 0 for 4 on Saturday. Could be wrong, but I think that's true. But you know what? I think it's time to do one of our little motivational speeches right now. Team USA, I know that I've been riding with you all the way so far. And we have come so close, but yet it feels like we're so far. But you know what? I have zero doubt that you are going to step up tomorrow and demolish either Mexico or Japan. Does it matter at this point? No. Because they're just riding such a hot wave that it doesn't matter who they could be facing the 1998 American League All-Star team tomorrow, and they will still dominate them. So I'm looking forward to it. I think we're in for a great game. Regardless, I can't really see it being a blowout either way, because if they play Mexico, we all know Mexico beat us the first time around, and if they play Japan, we all know Japan is a great team. They're the only undefeated team left in the tournament, so it's going to be interesting to see who their opponent is, but I still have faith in them to get the job done. Actually, I have zero faith that they won't get the job done. That was a really weird way of wording it, but I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. But, yeah, going on to topic number 2 here, kind of just correlates to what we were just talking about. Japan versus Mexico. That is the game that's on tonight at 7 o'clock. It is the other semifinal game. It determines who USA is going to be playing in the finals on Tuesday night in Miami. This is actually going to be a really good game. Obviously, Japan is the favorite here, but Mexico's a sneaky good team. They eliminated Puerto Rico. They beat the United States. They've kind of been a sneaky good team so far during the World Baseball Classic. I mean, I was not expecting them to upset the United States. Also, I wasn't really expecting them to beat Puerto Rico either. So Mexico kind of just seems to be getting the job done however they feel necessary. Patrick Sandoval on the mound tonight. He's the same guy who pitched against the United States and pitched pretty well. And he could maybe get the job done against Japan too. Japan has Sasaki on the mound. Not really too familiar with his work. Roki Sasaki. Obviously, he's pitching in Japan, so I'm not really too familiar with him. But so far in the WBC, he's 1-0 with a 0 ERA and 8 strikeouts. So pretty good, I guess. But yeah, dude, I mean, this is just going to be a really interesting game. It's fun to kind of be able to sit back and watch one more World Baseball Classic game with kind of nothing on the line here, because obviously I would assume that all of us at this point are rooting for USA. So to kind of be able to sit back and just watch Japan versus Mexico in an electric game in Miami and just not really care who wins because we're going to beat them, whoever wins regardless anyway, it's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling, and I'm looking forward to it. If I had to make my prediction for Japan versus Mexico, first of all, I just like to say, it doesn't matter who wins between Japan and Mexico because the winner's just going to lose to the USA on Tuesday night anyway, but I will say Japan is going to win. Now, as much as I want Mexico to win just for the sole purpose of Team USA getting revenge, I don't think it's going to happen just because they're not good of a team. They're not that good of a team. Let's just be real. So, Japan's going to walk over Mexico, and then on Tuesday night, we're going to get an insane matchup between Japan and USA for the battle of the World Baseball Classic champion. Japan obviously won it in 2006 and 2009, so they're looking to kind of bounce back from that. And then USA obviously won in 2017. So we have two previous World Baseball Classic winners that I believe are going to be facing each other in the championship. However, if Mexico wins, I think USA is just going to dominate Mexico. I think that might be even more of an incentive for Team USA to win if they're playing Mexico, because they're going to have such a taste and hunger and desire for revenge. It will probably be an absolute blowout. So just for the sake of wanting a good baseball game, I want Team USA to play Japan, because I don't even think it would be competitive against Mexico, just for that whole vengeance factor. We saw what happens when Team USA wants revenge. It's not a pretty sight for the opposing team. AB says it's either going to be USA versus Otani or a rematch between the USA and Mexico. Yeah, bro, you're a smart cookie. Yeah, that's what we're looking at here. Yeah. Sorry, bro. But yeah, I think my prediction is going to be Japan. Yeah. If anybody would like to counter that opinion in the chat, let me know. But I can't really see Japan losing to Mexico. I know Patrick Sandoval's a pretty decent pitcher, but I don't know. I just don't think he has what it takes to get that job done against the Japanese lineup. We'll see, though, bro. I've been surprised more than once in this tournament. Yeah, I think that's kind of all I have to say about the World Baseball Classic. Obviously, we talked about Trey. We talked about Team USA. We talked about Japan versus Mexico. Yeah, bro, it's kind of weird because now we're coming to the end. This is the final 2 days of the World Baseball Classic. Maybe what we'll do is possibly do like a quick stream tomorrow morning to like preview either Japan or Mexico versus Team USA. Maybe we'll do a quick stream tomorrow morning to kind of go over that. But if not, I mean, we'll recap the entire game on Wednesday morning because we're having a Wednesday morning stream anyway. But yeah, I think you guys know what time it is. It's time to put the flag down for a second. It's time to get into our season power rankings. Let's go, bro. It is NL East time. So this is the one I was kind of looking forward to the most because, like I said, I think the NL East is the most stacked division in baseball, and I think it's probably going to be one of the most competitive. I mean, as we saw last year, you had 3 NL East teams in the postseason, one of which in the World Series. You had in 2021 the Braves from the NL East won the World Series. In 2019, you had the Nationals from the NL East win the World Series. So the NL East is kind of on a little bit of a tear as of late. And I'll give you guys my standings predictions. In last place, well, actually, before I do that, let's look at the playoff odds. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself too much, but I think we all kind of assume who's going to be in last place here. I'll pull this up real quick. You got the Nationals with a projected record of 65 and 97 in last place. Then you got the Marlins with 80 wins. Phillies in third place, which we talked about this on a previous episode. I think the Phillies are being lowballed a little bit, but we'll get more in depth in that. You got the Mets in second place with a 90-win total, and then in first place you have the Braves, an absolutely stacked Braves team with a 94-win total. First of all, let me say this. I think we'll just get this one out of the way. I think the Nationals are going to finish in last place. Fair? The Nationals are not a good team. They kind of have nothing to them. Obviously, they traded away Juan Soto, Trey Turner, Max Scherzer, Bryce Harper, Anthony Rendon, Ryan Zimmerman. None of these guys are on the team anymore. So they don't really have anything to work with. Obviously, Steven Strasburg is hurt just about every single year since signing that big contract. I'll pull up their depth chart here real quick so we can kind of break that down. Here. So catcher, they got Keibert Ruiz. Then you got Dom Smith. I'm not really too sure who that is, to be honest with you. C.J. Abrams, Heimer Candelario, Corey Dickerson. Then you got Victor Robles and Lane Thomas, maybe? Who is that? Yeah, Lane Thomas. Yeah. Yeah, bro, it's not a good lineup. It's just as simple as that. And then the rotation, they got Patrick Corbin as their number 1. John Gray. Is that Mackenzie Gore? Right? He got traded from the Padres for in the Soto deal. T. Williams? Trevor Williams? Maybe? I don't know. And then Chad Kuhl. Dude, it's not a good rotation. Like, I'm not going to sit here and waste anybody's time talking about, oh, the Washington Nationals, maybe they're going to be a sleeper team. They're not. They're just not, bro. They have nothing going for them. The only thing that they do have going for them is, like, maybe come trade deadline time, let's say Corey Dickerson is doing really well. Maybe put him on the trade block. Maybe get a little something out of him. I don't know. But, yeah, they don't really do anything to stand out to me. Jose says, can talk about the size of those Cuba players last night. Bro, there was that one guy who's like the career home run leader in Cuban baseball history. I want to say like Despagne. He was 5'7", 215 pounds, built like an absolute unit. Just for context, I'm about 5'8", like 125. That's just for context. So my man is like a full 100 pounds tall, heavier than me. One day, bro. But yeah, back to the power rankings here. In fourth place, I have the Miami Marlins. This kind of isn't a shocker to anybody either. I think the bottom two teams are kind of most obvious when it comes to the National League East. Listen, the Marlins are a better team than they were in 2022. However, I still don't think they're at the same level as those top three teams, and then at least just yet. I'll pull up their depth chart here. You got Jacob Stallings, Garrett Cooper, and then obviously, bro, they signed Yuli Gurriel, so that's going to be a huge bat in their lineup too. They have Luis Ariz, Joey Wendell, and then Gene Segura. Bro, off to a pretty good start with the lineup. Brian De La Cruz, Jazz Chisholm Jr. I didn't know he was a junior. Obviously, El Garcia, and then obviously they have Jorge Soler too. Shout out to the Marlins lineup because it's pretty good. Bro, it's actually really good. I'll sit here right now and say that the Marlins have a really good lineup. Just saying. And then starting pitching-wise, obviously, why does it keep going down? You have Sandy Alcantara, Cy Young winner, Johnny Cueto, Jesus Lazaro, Trevor Rogers, and not too sure who that is. Edward Cabrera. All right, well, he'll be a free agent in 2029. Maybe the Yankees will sign him then. But yeah, their rotation is solid. Maybe they could use like one or two more really solid arms. And their bullpen's a little bit weak too. Their bullpen doesn't really look too great. But I think that their lineup is going to surprise some people. I think the Marlins are definitely a team that could put up some runs. I wouldn't be surprised to see them finish in third place. Bro, actually, maybe I would. But it wouldn't be shocking. I would be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked. I think that's a nice way of putting it. Bro, this is going to be my hot take. This is my hot take pick, and I'm sorry if it's going to upset anybody. In third place, I have the New York Mets. I know a lot of people are picking the Mets as like World Series favorites this year. I don't see it. And this isn't just me being like a Yankee fan, Met hater type guy. I just don't think the Mets are that good. And I think these injuries, like, listen, that injury to Edwin Diaz, where he's likely going to be out for the season, that's defeating. Defeating, bro. You just signed him to this mega contract, and now he's probably going to be out for the year. That sucks. And that impacts a bullpen that already wasn't that good. So that sucks for the Mets. And then, obviously, you have your rotation is consistent of Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer. Those are the two horses you're relying on. And both of them are getting up there in age. I can't see both of them staying healthy for a full season. Both of them are bound to regress at some point too. And then moving down, you got Jose Quintana, who I think already got hurt. Carlos Carrasco, right? They still have him. He's never healthy. And then Kodai Senga, who got hurt in spring training, right? So the Mets, I think health is going to be the death of the Mets once again, bro. And I think they're going to find themselves in third place just because I think these other two teams are so good. But let's break down the Mets depth chart real quick just so I can kind of like give you guys an example of what I'm talking about here. So, obviously at first base, you got Pete Alonso, Omar Narvaez at catcher, Eduardo Escobar, Francisco Lindor, Jeff McNeil. And then in the outfield, you got Mark Canha, Brandon Nimmo, Starling Marte. Solid lineup. I don't think there's any debating that. If this lineup stays healthy, they're good. Is it a great lineup? No. If they would have pulled that trigger on Carlos Correa, yes, it would be a much better lineup, but they didn't. So, whatever. And then, obviously, their rotation here, you got Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander, Carlos Carrasco, Kodai Senga, and then, I guess, David Peterson or Jose Quintana. They have McGill. I don't know what they do there, bro. All I know is that these two guys are, like, almost 40, if not already 40. So, like I said, can't really expect them to be healthy for a full season. Then Carrasco, bro, you never know what you're going to get out of Carrasco. Senga, yet to even make his Major League debut. He has those injury problems, too, so I'm not sold on the Mets rotation. And then their bullpen. Not completely sold on their bullpen either. Now, you're looking at Adam Ottavino, David Robertson, Brooks Raley, and then I'm not really too sure who these other people even are. I know Curtis is from the Rays, right? But then, bro, I mean, listen. The Mets need some bullpen help. If the Mets really want to make a run this year, they're going to need to add an arm or two to the bullpen. But yeah, as of right now, they do nothing that stick out to me. So, sorry, Mets fans, I have you in third place. But in that number 2 spot, I told you guys this when we broke down the Phillies, I think last week. I have the Phillies in second place. I think that everyone's really sleeping on the Phillies coming into this season. I think that they're a really, really underrated team. I think that people think that they just got hot at the right time last year, and that's how they made it to the World Series. I think that they're a good team regardless. I think that the Philadelphia Phillies have the lineup capable of winning a World Series, and I think that they have the rotation and bullpen capable of winning a World Series. I cannot let people sleep on the Phillies anymore, bro. Especially with Trey Turner. Captain America Trey Turner, bro. Let's look at their depth chart here real quick. Catcher, they have JT Realmuto, stud. Rhys Hoskins at first base, stud. Bryson Stott at second base, not a stud. Shortstop, you have Trey Turner. Third base, Alec Boehm, both studs. Kyle Schwarber, stud. Brandon Marsh, mid. Nick Castellanos / Bryce Harper, studs. Then your rotation, you got Aaron Nola, stud. Zach Wheeler, stud. Robert Suarez, Taijuan Walker could be a stud. And then whoever Falter is, not a stud. But you guys catch my drift. It's a solid rotation. Then their bullpen. Bro, their bullpen is actually really good. Do not sleep on the Philadelphia Phillies bullpen. Jose Alvarado, Sir Anthony Dominguez, Gregory Soto, Craig Kimbrell, Matt Strahm. That's a good bullpen. Do not sleep on the Phillies anymore. If anybody is sitting here and sleeping on the Philadelphia Phillies, wake up. Wake up, bro, because this team is highly capable of even winning the division. I think that the Phillies could easily take that postseason magic and just ride with it for a full season. This could be a 100-win team. Do not let people convince you otherwise. Wake up on the Philadelphia Phillies, bro. Full season healthy of Bryce Harper, hopefully. I'm not really too sure when he's supposed to. He might be ready for opening day, actually. I don't really know. But either way, bro, even without Harper, we saw that their lineup can do good things. So don't sleep on the Phillies. But obviously in first place, I have the Atlanta Braves. As much as I said that the Phillies are absolutely stacked, don't get it twisted here. The Braves are still the juggernaut of that division. Their lineup is insane. Their rotation is pretty good. I think it's a little bit overrated, just to be honest with you. And their bullpen is pretty good too. Dude, when I look at these two rosters on paper, I could easily see a scenario where the Phillies overtake the Braves in the division. But I'm going with the safe pick right now, just because I don't want to be proved stupid otherwise. But we'll see. But pulling up the Braves depth chart, you have Sean Murphy, Matt Olson, Ozzie Albies, Vaughn Grisham, who's going to be replacing Dansby, Austin Riley, and then the outfield, you got Eddie Rosario / Marcell Ozuna, Michael Harris II, and then Ronald Acuna Jr., and then I guess at DH you'll have Ozuna or Darno. We'll see. But then your rotation, you have Max Fried, Kyle Wright, Charlie Morton, Spencer Strider, and then Schuster, Soroka. I don't know what the deal is there. Also, it's kind of crazy how hard Ian Anderson fell off. It's brutal, but whatever. And then their bullpen, they got Iglesias, Minter, McHugh, Jimenez, Lee. Is that Nick Anderson? And they got Lucas Licky, Kirby Yates. Yeah, bro, I mean, listen. The Braves are still winning the division, I think. But I wouldn't be shocked at all if the Phillies win it, bro. I kind of want to change my pick to go with the Phillies. Do I do it? Okay, 3-second think period. Ready? 3, 2. The Philadelphia Phillies are winning the National League East. There, I said it. I looked at both of these teams. I thought about it for a little bit. The Philadelphia Phillies are winning the National League East. Take back everything I said about them finishing in second place, but the Braves are still going to be the juggernaut. The Philadelphia Phillies are winning the National League East. They're actually going to be my NL team this year. They are. They are. And the Padres are like a fun team to go with on the National League side too, but I'm going with the Phillies to win the NL East. And I know that's a bold take. I know that's a pretty bold take, but I don't think it's the boldest of takes that I've had. I think I've had bolder takes because this division's stacked, and I think every team is kind of on a similar level, but I think the Phillies kind of just have an edge on everybody offensively, and I think pitching-wise too. So we'll see. But yeah, bring that one to the house. Phillies winning the NL East. They're going to take that title. Bro, they might even win it all this year. We'll see. Shout to Gabe in the chat. I like the carrot. Let's go. Bro, it's almost Easter too. Well, we're like 2 weeks away from Easter. We're 10 days away from opening day. We're like 20 days away from just the weather being warm, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. But yo, with that being said, that's going to wrap things up for today. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Like I said, Mexico versus Japan tonight in the semifinals at 7 p.m. It's going to be a good one. The winner plays the USA tomorrow night in the finals of the WBC. That's going to be exhilarating. Hopefully, we see Japan, but if we don't see Japan, then we see Mexico, and we just get revenge from earlier in the tournament. It's going to be fun regardless. But, yeah, I will see you guys maybe tomorrow morning. Maybe. We'll see. But if not, 100% on Wednesday morning, post-WBC final. Hopefully we'll be maybe it'll be celebration where we're like popping bottles for Team USA. We'll see. But I will see you guys next time. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. Be sure to follow Betr Baseball on just about everything. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. We're posting so much content on there all season long. You guys know the deal. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. I'll see you all next time. Peace.